do you want to hear something crazy? We replaced this teacher's salary with his own business money in 1 month. And do you want to hear something crazier? We did this with like 130 subscribers on YouTube. I'm going to break down how we did it and how you can do it too if you're an online coach or an online course creator. Here's the guy, let's call him Joe. He was doing what he loved. He was playing the guitar and he was teaching others how to play the guitar and how to learn to play the guitar. Fun fact, I actually learned from him how to play the guitar. When I was learning, I already noticed that this guy knows what he's talking about. He's very good at guitar and he's not a boring teacher. He actually has some sauce, you know what I mean? So I was like, this would work perfectly online. One thing that made this all so much harder for us and would be so much easier for you is that we did this in a 10 million population country. So our total market, the only amount of people that we can sell to was around 10 to 30 million, because 30 million people speak the language, but around 10 million people live in the country. And that is the maximum. You can't even compare it to English because a ton of people speak the language of English. We didn't speak the language of English. We didn't do this in a English speaking country. We did this whole thing in another language who has less money and are less people. So it was even harder. You may think like, okay, 10 million people is much, but out of that 10 million, who do you think like can actually know how to use the computers and how to do this and are open to online coaching? I would say not a lot, but okay, let's say the Europe average is like 70% of internet users or whatever, so let's say 7 million. But out of that 7 million who uses the internet, how much do you think care about the guitar, care about the instrument, the guitar instrument, or music? I think even much less. Like, I don't think 1 million or more people care about the guitar, and out of those people who care about the guitar, and this number is just a random number, how many people do you think want to learn how to play? Not many. So it was hard for us to get a big total amount of people, so we knew from the start we have to create a solution that grabs a handful of people and takes them on a journey, so we get their money but they get to learn the guitar, they get to play with their friends, and so on. So if this is not proof that I know what I'm talking about, then I don't know what is. Okay, I have some other case studies as well, but let's talk about this one right now. One thing that is very useful, and I always talk about it, is unfair advantages. You have to look at Joe and ask what is his unfair advantages. Because if he has unfair advantages, we have to use that, because that will push us further and faster than what we would usually do. So his unfair advantages was he was a teacher, so he already taught like more than hundreds of students, and you will see how this plays a big part in our process here. Another unfair advantage is that he was kind of known by the community in like the country because he is a guitarist as well, not just a teacher. So he has like a Facebook, he has like a YouTube channel. By the way, we didn't use that YouTube channel or anything, but it was like his name was like kind of known, but that doesn't mean if you live in this country you know his name. No, that's not really. But there is a niche of people who kind of know his name. But our problem with this was actually that the people who knew his name knew him because of the play he plays the guitar, not because they want to learn how to play the guitar. So let me show you this way. Let's say these people know him and these people want to learn the guitar. And there was very little who wanted to learn the guitar and actually know him. So he was known, but not in the good way for us, but we will use that later as well to our advantage in another way that I will share as well. So just let's get going. Okay, so let's write up the 3 things that we need. We need traffic, which is number 1. So we need people to see he's selling something, but in order to have that, we have to sell something. And when we sell something, we also have to fulfill that. Okay, between these steps there are things, but we have to go from this and just work forwards. So what we did traffic-wise, and this is where we come into we made the money with 150 subscribers. I knew that we have a problem. People want to learn how to play the guitar. That is our main problem. They don't know how to learn the guitar. And we could go in deeper problem. Why is it a problem? What is the actual problem behind it? I will probably create a video on it, like finding the actual problem behind it. But I knew that we have the problem. So what I did is we created a new YouTube channel, a fresh YouTube channel, and we just posted videos on teaching others how to play the guitar. We posted interview type of videos, we also posted like actual tutorial videos, we posted like song tutorials, not just like guitar tutorials. So we posted a bunch of different things, and the main idea behind all of this was to find something like, okay, this didn't work, but this worked, okay, this works, now we create more of this type, and now this will work, and this will increase the growth rate, because we knew this works in our audience. And this is where the know phase was good, because even though we started a new channel and even though it was like actually 0 subscribers, we could test it with his current like YouTube channel. Even though it's in different niche, we could have tested what is going on and what is happening, and we could have like gave YouTube algorithm some already data. Because when you start a new channel, YouTube is like, okay, you have a new channel, who do I show your videos to? He doesn't know. Like on a fresh channel you could upload like a gaming video but also like a programming tutorial, so it's hard for YouTube. But if you have a channel where he has data, then it's easier. And also this channel was like under 1000 subscribers, so it's like 300-500 subscribers, so it doesn't really bring any good value, but it gives us again an unfair advantage. And you may be now like, oh, okay, so this is how they did it, this doesn't work for me because I'm not known or I'm not a teacher. But I promise you, you have your own unfair advantages that will take you to the next level easier, that we didn't have. Like we have this, but we didn't have that, you know? So you have your own unique advantages and you have to look at that and play with those, because you have the cards in your hands. Now you have to play the cards right. Why would you not use your own unique advantages? And this is where we have the disadvantage, because if you want to do the same and if you want to teach online, you may have more time, but this is a guitar teacher and also a guitar player, so he doesn't really have time. So I had to be really smart on how do we create videos. And what we did is I went to him one day, like one day of the month, like 26th. And on that day, we recorded a bunch of videos. So we were ready for that day, and when the day came, we just recorded a bunch of videos. So now we have 4 videos. Now I can push those videos out in the month. One video here, like this video here, this video here, this video here. So we had all the content for a month without needing to record all the time. But to be honest, this was not enough. And it wasn't enough because it wasn't easy enough. So what I did to make this whole thing easier is I just came up with a bunch of ideas and a bunch of questions. And for example, if you had a small question that is a problem in the community, like for example, let's say this is an actual thing that we did, most of the people are right-handed players and they play the guitar this way. But what if you are left-handed? So should you switch hands or what should you do? And this is one question that is a problem for a small amount of people, but still a problem. So we created a video about that one. It's just 2 minutes. I asked him, so what does the left-hand players do? And he told him, okay. He told it to the camera. One other thing is I just sat him down in a chair and just recorded him while I was in the background asking questions. And I asked him any questions I could about the mistakes that beginners make, about his story. So it was a bunch of different questions, but we got a 30-minute to 1 hour recording out of that, and that I could chop up to a bunch of different videos yet again. But then the question came, what we want to offer. And if you know my stuff, you know that you have to start with one-to-one coaching. And then you can create a course out of that and just sell that, so it's easier for you. But here's our other unfair advantage. We have a teacher, Joe, who has taught like more than hundreds of students. So he has the experience in one-to-one teaching, he has the experience on what is working, what is not, so it's much easier for us in this space. But I still told him that we need to try this one-to-one. But the easier part for us in this case was that we figured out a system how we want to teach everybody to learn the guitar. This is step 1, step 2, blah blah blah, step 4. You know, we have a framework. This is different because when he is teaching in the long term for 8 years, 12 years, from small age to actually being adults. So what we want to achieve is get this learning to play the guitar much faster. So this is a bit of different system. So I still said to him to let's test it one-to-one. Even though he has taught over 200 students, I still told him to do this one-to-one. We just took some of the students that he has and just tried it with them. And this allowed us to know that, okay, this works. Okay, we can do this. So this is when I brought the big guns out. We sat him down again and we recorded his course. We did it with actually we did it with 3 cameras, 2 microphones, and we had the 10 lessons ready with the lesson book. Everything was ready and it was very high quality, very high production. I don't actually advise to do this, but again, we knew that this was a winner, so we actually was brave enough to do it because we knew we don't have to change anything later on. If you are doing this yourself, you shouldn't create a course basically high quality because it's harder to change something if something doesn't work, or if a question is missing and a lot of people ask the same question. You can't add that later on because it won't match the same style. You can try to, but you know, it's much easier to just record it easily. But we made a course, 10 lessons, it promises you something, and this is the big thing. We weren't focusing on, okay, teaching you guitar, or we weren't focusing on, okay, online course. We were focusing on, okay, this is where our audience is currently and this is where they want to be. So the product has to take them from this point to that point, and this is what we focused on. We didn't focus on let's create an online course. We focused on a product that takes them from here to here, and this was knowing nothing about the guitar to knowing how to play any song that you like, and that was our promise, that was our whole thing. So we recorded the course, we uploaded the course, and a lot of people say like, okay, where did you upload the course, what platform do you use? It doesn't matter, use any platform that you can. And because it was an online course, we gave like support, so you can email and just ask questions, but other than that, the fulfillment is done with the course itself, so that just was easy enough, because fulfillment was done over 200 times by the teacher, so we weren't worried about fulfillment as we talked about. So that's the basic setup. We have the offer, we had the fulfillment part, and we had the traffic part. So basically what happened is we had videos, and in those videos we told the audience, hey, if you want to learn how to play the guitar from zero and to actually be able to pick up the guitar and play any song that you like, then go here. And they went to the page, and on those page we had a mini video talking about still what is in the course, what is happening. It's the basic landing page with the buy button, and we did a buy button and they just bought the course and they learned from the course. And if they finished the course, we gave them like a certification, and we did stuff like this. And in 1 month of releasing this course, we already made like 3 sales, which was awesome. But why this could work is because we started with traffic from day one. We started with this day one, and while we were building the course, we were publishing YouTube videos and we were getting more views and more people watching our stuff. And because it was actually good quality, because we know how to create good videos, we started to get views. And with like 80 to 100 subscribers at the time, we just made 3 sales, which is around 3 or more % of conversion rate, which is actually pretty good. So the main lesson of this is that you don't need a big audience, you need something to sell so you can start selling from day one when you are creating videos, and you need good fulfillment. And the biggest lesson that you didn't think was coming is to use your unique advantages. Think about, okay, I want to teach online, that's good. Okay, I want to create an online course, that's good. But what is your own unique advantage that nobody else has, that you can use yourself to boost yourself? Because if this is creating an online course, if you have an unfair advantages, it can take you up, and now you go from there. And this is why you have to really think about, okay, what is my unfair advantage? And your unfair advantage could be you have a camera, that can be. Or your dad is working something that can help you. Your dad is a video editor that can help you. What is your own unique advantage? And I'm not talking about your unique skill that you will sell, I'm talking about unique advantages that you can use in your business. So if you want to grow your own online education business, there is a link in the description where you can apply. And if you apply right now after watching this video, you will get a free custom channel review of your current YouTube and your videos and your ideas. And I will personally record the video and tell you what you could improve on. And also, if you want to learn how one of my clients makes 20K a month with online courses, check out this video right now.